everybody understands not only the drawings, but basically understand the intent of your design. And yes, the last hat is the engineering hat, where I look the geology, I look the subsurface, the soil behavior. But what happens most of the times, even before we step foot on site, we have done some kind of a study, a desk study. We have developed some models. We've looked at the borehole logs. So when I'm out there, I'm really looking to see if my data kind of match the reality on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And no matter how much experience you have, whenever you're out there, honestly, it's open eye. It's really give you another dimension to be on site, because it's very different, to design a 40-meter seed pile in my computer screen, and it's very different, being out there and looking at a huge crane holding a 40-meter seed pile in the air. It really, even the scale of things sometimes shifts your perspective.
Yeah.
And the last thing I want to mention, and I'm going to quote a close colleague from the region here, that used to say that, soil is forgiving, but water is not. So we always, when I'm out there, I'm always trying to look for the ground water conditions and the water. And what happens, soil is open, forgives small mistakes, but will also give you kind of a warning. But water will not do that. I mean, with water, you can have sudden collapse and it won't give you notice. So always you need to be careful with the groundwater conditions.
Yeah. So you've got to be very health and safety conscious throughout the whole process, from start right the way to finish. You have to, you're wearing so many hats. It's quite hard to imagine what you have to do when you first come onto a site and you have to, do a survey of that site. So I'll take my hat off to you, to be honest, Nikos. It must be a very difficult job to do. So ground engineering in the GCC, it's evolved quite big. So you've got bigger projects, you've got tighter deadlines, you've got more complex soil conditions nowadays. So how is the industry changing, and where do you see it heading over the next decade or so?
Yeah. Great question, Glenn. And to be honest, this goes back to the essence, why Orycta was founded. It was actually funded, working on these very challenging projects